Hello, my dear ones. Today, let's discuss the question and answers from the chapter Kelu from the textbook Multiple Modernities Readings on Kerala. Take page number 59. Page number 59, Erika. There you can see the comprehension questions. So, the first question is what occasions the convening of the Vidwan P. Kelu Nair Memorial Trust meeting and who presides over it? Answer. The Executive Committee of Vidwan P. Kelu Nair Memorial Trust meets on the occasion of India's 50th anniversary of independence. The meeting is presided over by K. Madhavan. Now the second question. What idea does K. Madhavan put forward at the Vidwan P. Kelu Nair Memorial Trust meeting? Answer. K. Madhavan suggests to organize a play about Kelu Master. He wants the play to be written and enacted on the stage. The third question. What is Balakrishnan Nambiar's first reaction to the suggestion that he compose a play on Vidwan P. Kelu Nair? Answer. Balakrishnan Nambiar is suggested as the appropriate person to compose a play on Kelu Nair. Bariga Balakrishnan Nambiar expresses doubts about his ability in handling such a task. Moving on to the fourth question, what are P. Kunjaraman Nair's reactions for entering the play on Kelu Nair? Answer. P. Kunjaraman Nair says that in life he has won many titles. It all happened on the soil made fertile by Kelu Nair, so he feels that he should be a part of the play. Now the fifth question. What are Kelu's memories about P. Kunjaraman Nair? Answer. P. Kunjaraman Nair was interested in football. Kelu Nair clearly remembers Kunjaraman Nair standing as a goalkeeper near the post. Now the sixth question. What for Kelu is the significance of art? Answer. Kelu Nair says that art is not words alone. It conjoins words and actions. Now the seventh question. Who was the special invitee at the 4th Regional Conference of the INC at Payyanur? Answer. The special invitee at the 4th Regional Conference of the INC at Payyanur was Jawaharlal Nehru. It was with the Kelu Nair's inspiring song that the meeting began. Moving on to the eighth question. What was the resolution passed at the Payyanur INC conference about? Answer. The resolution passed at the Payyanur INC conference was about the removal of untouchability. It was presented by Kurur Neelakantan Namboodiripadu. The next question, that is the ninth question. What is Meenakshi's first observation about Kelu's play? Answer. Meenakshi's first observation about Kelu's play was not so pleasing. She says that if he had cared about what she opined, he would not have written the play at all. Now the 10th question. What is the name of Mahakavi P. Kunjaraman Nair's autobiography? Answer. The name of Mahabkavi P. Kunyaraman Nayar's autobiography is Kaviyude Kalpadugal. In the play Kelu, P. Kunyaraman Nayar appears as a character. Now the 11th question. What does Kelu do to the statue of Pakanar? Answer. Kelu Nayar takes a coal out of a box. He then smears it all over the eyes of the Pakanar statue. Now the last question, the 12th one. To whom does Kelu apologize at the end of the play? Answer. At the end of the play, Kelu Nayar apologizes to the statue of Pakanar. He does so because he had smeared coal all over the eyes of the Pakanar statue. Now we will move on to the essay question. As I usually do, I have included 3 paragraph questions within the essay, and I will be giving 2 more paragraphs after the essay. I have omitted 1 paragraph because we have so much to study from this chapter. We have total 6 paragraph questions from this. So of course we have a right to omit 1. If you study all the other paragraph questions, of course you have the choices for your exam. So you can pick from there. So we have a natural right to omit 1. If you want to prepare your own answer, of course, you're free to do that. But I choose to omit 1 from this because I discuss all the other questions from this textbook. So from a textbook, of course, when we study everything else, you have a right to omit at least 1. So that's what I am going to do. I will be giving total 5 paragraph questions. So let's begin the essay. Take page number 61. In page number 61, you can see the essay questions. So total 3 essay questions are there. The first one is critically comment on the different attitudes towards art that the conversation between Kelu and the poet reveals. The second question is the mirror scene in the play brings together reality, representations, visions, and constructed images. Explain. The third question is attempt a critical analysis of the play Kelu. So you can see that these are different types of questions. So when you get a question from this chapter, of course you have to change your answer according to the nature of the question, because we can't prepare 3 or 4 essays from one chapter. That will be too much. So when you write for the exam, just change your answer according to the need of the question. Now note the idea. The second paragraph of the essay is the answer of the paragraph question number 1 from the textbook. The fourth paragraph of the essay is the answer of the paragraph questions 2 and 6 from the textbook. Now the introduction paragraph of the essay. History sometimes steps out from the frames. The play Kelu is the best example for this. It is one of the few plays in Malayalam that pictures the life of a historical figure. The play is about Vidwan P. Kelu Nayar, 1901 to 1929, who was a nationalist leader. Besides that, he was also a popular dramatist in Malabar. Kelu, 1998, is the result of the joint efforts of the dramatists N. Sasidharan and E.P. Rajagopalan. Now we will move on to the second paragraph of the essay. So the second paragraph of the essay is the answer of paragraph question number 1 from the textbook. Paragraph question number 1 from the textbook is, what are K. Madhavan's reasons for suggesting that a play on Vidwan P. Kelu Nayar be written and enacted? Answer. The play Kelu tries to capture the fire and fury of the historical times in which Kelu Nayar lived. When the play opens, we see a group of people congregating to organize some programs. Then we understand that it is the executive committee of Vidwan P. Kelu Nayar Memorial Trust. They plan to arrange a play on the occasion of India's 50th anniversary of independence. The meeting is presided over by K. Madhavan. It is he who comes up with the idea of the play. At this time, a member suggests that they could make a new production of Kelu Nayar's play, Paduka Pattabhishekam. At this time, K. Madhavan suggests that it is not Kelu Nayar's play that they are to present to the world. He feels it necessary to bring to light the personal life of such a great person as Kelu Nayar. He says that new generation really don't have that much knowledge about who Kelu Nayar was. People only know that there was a person named Vidwan P. They don't have any more idea about that freedom fighter's life. K. Madhavan asks, how many of you know about the depth and spread of his life? So it is necessary that people should have knowledge about the sufferings of Kelu Nayar. At this time, someone says that there is a biography written by Balakrishnan Master about Kelu Nayar. Then K. Madhavan says that biography is not real life. So he feels that a play about Kelu Nayar will be the most proper form. He wants it to be written and enacted on the stage. Thus they decide to produce a play about the inner turmoils of a person who devoted his life to his country. Kelu Nayar used the drama as a tool for national awakening and wrote many plays. Some of them include Lanka Dahanam, Pakanar Charidam, etc. Now we will move on to the third paragraph of the essay. P. Kunyiraman Nayar, the famous Malayalam poet, appears as a character in the play Kelu. The conversations between Kelu Nayar and P. Kunyiraman Nayar reveal the different attitudes towards art. The mirror scene in the play brings together reality, representations, vision, and constructed images. P. Kunyiraman Nayar says that an artist should not be judged by his personal life. Kelu Nayar agrees to the observation of P. Kunyiraman Nayar. Kelu Nayar says that art is not words alone. It conjoins words and actions. There were people who devoted their lives for the country and people. As far as they are concerned, there is no personal life which is not public. Then Kelu Nayar says, each one needs to have his own mirror to see his face. Then they try to number their achievements to distinguish between their personal and public lives. They feel that the dear ones failed to see that their personal was their social and political. They feel sad about the fact and so they desperately keep the mirror away. They say that the mirror fails to reflect who they really are. Their P. Kunyiraman Nayar says that since they are artists, they do not need a mirror to understand themselves. The other person completely agrees to it. According to Kelu Nayar, art is just a mirror held to life. The mirror reflected the different attires that they used to wear during the course of their life. But it fails to explain who they are in sum total. They find the completion of their reflection to the mirror they have created through their craft, that is, art. Art only gives them the idea of completion, and all the other ideas are but remnants of some broken pieces. These broken pieces get joined when they look at their life through the mirror called art. Now we will move on to the fourth paragraph of the essay. The fourth paragraph of the essay is the answer of paragraph question number 2 and 6 from the textbook. Paragraph question number 2 from the textbook is, what suggestion does Kelu offer Balakrishna Nampia for composing the play? Paragraph question number 6 is, comment on the theme of writing in the play. Answer is, the theme of writing appears as one of the central themes of the play Kelu. The play begins with the discussion of writing a play and it ends with the same theme. The play quotes the struggles that a writer goes through while composing a work. We see that this discussion starts when Balakrishna Nampia starts to write his play. At this time, Kelu Nayar appears before him as in a dream sequence and they talk. Kelu Nayar is then seen giving some advice to Balakrishna Nayar in order to boost his confidence. Balakrishna Nampia says that though he knows a lot about Kelu Nayar as a person, he finds it difficult to produce that life through a play. He then asks Kelu Nayar the reason for his suicide. Kelu Nayar says that for him, his personal was his public life. He couldn't draw a clear mark between the two, and that became his failure in life. But he doesn't see his life as a failure because he was living it full. He says that he could never distinguish them, and once he started to see his life that way, he was forced to commit suicide. But he encourages Balakrishnan to do it for him. He says that he is satisfied with what he could do with his life. The role he played and the songs he sang were never for his own sake. He meant all for his country. He says, a coronation is always for the country, not for the king. The theme of writing prevails throughout the play. Even Kelu Nayar himself asserts that he had experienced a struggle while trying to write some of his plays. He had to face the criticism from his family and his wife for writing plays that displeased them. He says that, irrespective of all those things, a writer should be able to stand high for his own ideals. Ultimately, what matters to a writer is his own rule, the rule of writing, where there is no mirror to show the exact pattern, but only art. Now we will discuss the concluding paragraph of the essay. History has opted out the names of so many famous personalities who suffered for his country. Vidwan P. Kelu Nayar was such a person whom history never paid full justice. He participated in forefront of the nationalist struggle in Malabar. The play proves that a great nationalist is one who sheds the last drop of his blood for his country. Kelu Nayar's failure was not a failure before death. He lived only through the identity of his country and his people, and when it was questioned, he had no other way but to embrace death. Now we have finished discussing the essay question and also 3 paragraph questions. Now we will move on to the remaining 2 paragraph questions. The next question is question number 5. That is, what is Kelu Nayar's attitude towards Pakana? Answer. In the drama Kelu, towards the end, there is a mention of the character Pakana. Pakana is a character in Malayalam folklore. Pakana was born as the son of Vararuchi, the famous astrologer who adorned the court of King Vikramaditya. Pakana was second among the 12 offsprings of the Paripetta Pantirukulam. In the play, Kelunaya and his wife talk about the current play that Kelunaya composes. The play is about the lower class people. When Meenakshi asks about it, he says that Puranic myths are not strong enough to express the problems of the contemporary people. Kelunaya is a rebel. He feels a kind of irritation at Pakana. This is so because the legends say that it was Pakana who actually made a tamprakal out of Aravacheri tamprakal. This tamprakal is considered as the head of the Nambudris of the region. So Kelunaya feels that though Pakana is a Parayan, he also is in the side of the high-class people, just like his wife and his family. When looking at the statue of Pakana, he feels that the statue tells him the same words as his wife tells. So Kelunaya takes coal out of a box. He then smears it all over the eyes of the Pakana statue. He asks the statue, "Are you too on the side of the Puranic characters?" At the end of the play, Kelunaya apologizes to the statue of Pakana. He does so because he had smeared coal all over the eyes of the Pakana statue. From this, we understand that Kelunaya's personal and public life really gives him so much stress. His heart tells him to stand with the ideals that the society needs for change. His family's words really put him on fire since he has a wife and a child who are to bear the hard words of their family. Now we will move on to the last paragraph question, that is paragraph question number 4 from the textbook. What are Meenakshi's fears about the repercussions of Kelu's play? So ഇവിടെ repercussions എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ എന്താ അർത്ഥം? Repercussions means consequences. പ്രത്യാഘാതങ്ങൾ എന്ന് പറയില്ലേ, പരിണിത ഫലങ്ങൾ എന്ന് പറയില്ല, അതാണ്. So the answer of the question is, in the play Kelu, Meenakshi appears as the wife of the lead character Kelunaya. Kelunaya was a nationalist leader who also became popular as a dramatist in Malabar. The play discusses the inner turmoil of the freedom fighter whose family life he couldn't see as separate from his political life. Towards the end of the play, we see how this struggle is depicted through the conversation between Kelu and his wife Meenakshi. They are discussing about Kelunaya's new play. Meenakshi's first observation about Kelu's play was not so pleasing. She says that if he had cared about what she opined, he would not have written the play at all. She fears that the play will be a matter of discussion in both families. She fears the reactions of those relatives who live in Nileshwaram and Chanderi. But Kelunaya shows a least upset about the matter. He says that if they don't like the play, it is because of their problem. He can't smash the mirror because of the fact that the reflection in it appears ugly. Meenakshi says that her father will understand that the stubborn patriarch depicted in the play is he himself. She then reminds him that a father has already understood the meaning of a play that he played at Lakshmi Kutti's wedding. She fears that once he enacts the play on the stage, the peace they have in their home will be destroyed. When she shows these much worries, Kelunaya says that he will not enact it in Vellikothu land. He would love to present it in Maniattu. He feels there the people in Maniattu have a sense of modernity and so can understand the hidden message in the play. Now we have finished discussing the questions from the chapter Kelu. In the next class, we will meet again with a new chapter.